Welcome to the top 10 news stories of the month. We comb through all the headlines so you can stay up to date on the games you love. Hit that subscribe button and we'll bring the hottest stories right to you. March brought us new characters, a few controversies, and a brand new Nintendo console. These are the top 10 news stories. Number 10, Overwatch's next hero. After an ARG that seemed to last half a year with Sombra, Overwatch's latest hero was revealed in a mercifully shorter time frame. Orisa is a defense robot who can draw on her opponents with a gravity burst, buff her teammates, and even temporarily reduce damage to herself. Even though big robots tend to be a bit clumsy, Orisa is a much more reliable droid, and you can get your hands on her right now. Head over to GameSpot for our hero guide if you need a few tips. Number 9, an Assassin's Creed TV show. So you've got games that come out almost every year and a mediocre movie. What do you do next? Announce a TV series, of course. I shouldn't be so negative though. Ubisoft did take a year off from Assassin's Creed games, and the plan is to, quote, take our time to get sure we deliver something we can be proud of. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot also said that the company has been in talks with Netflix, so at least they seem to be taking a real stab at it. Whatever, let's move on. Number 8, Game Freak's job listing. Remember all those rumors about a Nintendo Switch game called Pokemon Stars? Well, Sun and Moon developer Game Freak had a job listing for, quote, an RPG game that is popular on a global scale. Now, I'm no detective, but the only game that seems to fit that bill is Pokemon, and the job listing says the project is meant for consoles, so this Pokemon game could really switch things up. Man, you guys are mean today. Number 7, Starcraft gets remastered. Okay, maybe this will get the studio audience on my side. You guys remember Starcraft, right? Well, it's getting remastered. That's better. Starcraft Remastered has all the content from the first game, plus the Brood War expansion, 4K support, matchmaking, and cloud save options. It's the Starcraft you remember for the modern era, and it's releasing this summer. Number 6, the Red Dead GTA 5 mod. Speaking of PC games, Grand Theft Auto seems to get a new mod every day. But one team is taking things further by bringing the entirety of Red Dead Redemption into GTA 5. They want to eventually get all of John Marston's missions and abilities in there too, but that's a long-term goal. For now, we'll just have to enjoy watching Michael fly over New Austin while high out of his mind.
I always thought I was the good guy.
Number 5, Bolivia mad at Ghost Recon. Red Dead took us down to Mexico, and Ghost Recon Wildlands took us down to Bolivia. But the Bolivian government isn't too happy with a game all about ridding their country of a massive drug cartel. Interior Minister Carlos Romero wants to negotiate some changes with Ubisoft, and he's even lightly threatened some legal action. Wildlands is clearly a work of fiction, but if Bolivian officials want to take this thing to court, that's their prerogative. So much for ghosts going undetected.
We are ghosts.
Number 4, Outlast 2's Australian ban. Speaking of video games and legal matters, did you know Outlast 2 was briefly banned in Australia? The ratings board didn't care for its use of violence, gore, drugs, sex, and other mature content, and it didn't think anyone else should be experiencing it. Developer Red Barrels resubmitted in hopes of an R18+ rating, and managed to pull it off. But the thing is, none of the content was altered in the now legal version of the game. So, you'll be able to experience all the violent, gory, sexy, drug-fueled terror when Outlast 2 launches on April 26th in Australia, or one day earlier in the US. Number 3, Xbox Game Pass. If you're looking to get your hands on as many games as possible, then let me introduce you to Xbox Game Pass. Microsoft recently revealed the new service, which gets you unlimited access to a library of games for $10 a month. The games rotate every month, but you can buy anything you'd like to keep at a discount. And Xbox Game Pass doesn't affect games with gold at all. So if you consider yourself an Xbox fan, you've got tons of stuff to play, for cheap and for free. Number 2, Nintendo's fastest selling console. If you're more of a Nintendo person, then you'll be happy to know the Switch is doing well, like record-breakingly well. It sold faster than any other Nintendo console in the Americas, Europe, and Australia. And yes, that does mean it sold faster than even the Wii. Maybe it's time for Grandma to trade Wii bowling for Link's latest adventure, especially since Breath of the Wild is also Nintendo's best-selling standalone launch game ever. I never won the spelling bee as a kid, but even I know that spells success. Number 1, Destiny 2 revealed. After a heaping helping of rumors and a short teaser trailer, we finally got a cinematic look at Destiny 2, with a debut trailer featuring Commander Zavala and Cayde. They promise a ton of loot, as you'd expect, and the whole thing wraps up with a September 8th release date, and promises a beta. It won't be long before we meet more Wizards from the Moon on PS4, Xbox One, and at last, PC. And those are the biggest news stories we're still talking about. You gotta love new games and people getting mad about the new games. But if you want to get glad instead, make sure you like and subscribe to GameSpot for all the biggest news, reviews, and awesome original shows. Keep on gaming, guys.